Hi, so now we have another problem that asks us to simplify the following expressions, but write your answers using positive exponents. So with these problems, we've got to utilize our laws of exponents. So if you're a little bit rusty with them, please go back and review them. So here we would be using the power rule for a lot of these problems. So a to the sixth is being raised to the third power. So if you have a power raised to a power, that would mean you would multiply your exponents. So this would be a to the 18th power, and then b to the 3 times 3, which would be b to the 9th power. And then times 4 to the third power, which is 4 times 4 times 4, which would be 64. And then a raised to the 2 times 3, which would be 6, and then b raised to the 3 times 3, which would be 9. Okay? So basically here we use the power rule. All right. So on this step here, we have a to the 18th times b to the 9th times 64 times a to the 6th times b to the 9th. Okay, all I did was just clean it up because the next step is going to utilize the product rule of exponents. So since everything is being multiplied together, all of our bases are being multiplied together, we would add our exponents. So just for clarification, I'm going to bring the 64 out to the left because we're used to seeing the number way out there. And I'm going to organize all of our terms together. So I've got a to the 18th, a to the 6th, b to the 9th, and b to the 9th. Okay, so all I did was just organize the terms and have them side by side. So from the product rule, we would add our exponents. So this would be 64, a to the 24th, times b to the 9 plus 9, which would give us 18. All right, so that would be the final answer with only positive exponents being displayed in our final answer. All right, so let's try another one real quick. All right, this one's going to be a little bit trickier. Now, definitely, I want you to hit pause, take a crack at it, and then come back and hit play. So this one is going to be x to the third, y to the fifth over z to the third raised to the negative third power. All right, so like I said, hit pause real quick, take a crack at it, and let's see what you come up with. Okay, so what this is saying is that the negative 3 on the outside is going to apply to every exponent you see inside the parentheses. So because of the power rule, we have powers raised to a power. So we've got to multiply the exponents by the negative 3. So we will have x raised to the 3 times negative 3, which would give us a negative 9 exponent. And then y to the 5 times negative 3, which would be negative 15, over z to the 3 times negative 3, which would give us a negative 9. Okay, so we just utilized the power rule. Now, because of that last piece of direction that says write your answers in positive exponents, we would utilize the negative exponents rule. Okay. Now, to utilize the negative exponents rule means that you're going to be bringing stuff across that fraction bar. When you bring it across the fraction bar, then the sign of the exponent will change. So basically, if we bring the stuff on the top down to the bottom, that means all we have is a 1 on the top, and on the bottom we'd have x to the 9th, y to the 15th, and we still have that z to the negative 9 on the bottom. So now we got to bring that z to the negative 9 up to the top because it has a negative exponent. So that means we would have z to the positive 9 on top, and on the bottom would be x to the 9th, y to the 15th. Or, in other words, if you wanted to go back to the second step, we can flip the entire thing and just change the sign of the exponents. In this problem, that's a shortcut way to do it. All right, but you can break it up into 2 smaller steps and do it like this, and it works the same exact way. So, as always, let me know if you have any questions of any kind. But definitely on this problem, on these exponent problems, go back and review your laws of exponents. They do come in handy.